Part 80. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 791. Showing the invincible strength of the Emperor, Li Yang quickly caused a huge shock to the universe. At this time, few people knew that Li Yang had left the starry desert and was constantly approaching the place where the supreme holy artifact Kunlun Mirror was located. All major ethnic groups have established teleportation arrays in the starry desert. As for the one established by Han Mo, no one knows. The major ethnic groups could not have thought that Li Yang and Han Mo were actually related. Li Yang did not leave through the human space teleportation array, but left through the space teleportation array established by Han Mo. Sure enough, it caused a huge shock to the universe. Are the demons, metals, and other ethnic groups all united to find my traces in the starry desert? Li Yang smiled slightly. Just now, he entered the virtual world and went to see his teacher, the eternal ancestor, and also knew the current situation. Knowing this, even knowing that the master was searching for his traces, Li Yang was not worried. With his strength reaching this level, there are fewer and fewer strong people he is afraid of. Continue to refine the blood of the ancestral dragon. Li Yang was calm, holding a drop of golden blood in his hand, and continued to refine it. This is an extremely wild area, dark, with only some star-like stars flashing faint light. There is no life in the large area around, as if it has been abandoned by the universe. At this time, a place. Buzz. The space teleportation array fluctuated, and then two figures flew out. I'm back. Looking at the familiar scenery around, Li Yang smiled. Let's go. He didn't waste time, and the whole person kept moving, and soon came to a space. In this boundless space, there was nothing, only a purple mirror. The mirror was very large, and I don't know how much the diameter was. Like the sun, it occupied an absolute light. The supreme sacred artifact. Kunlun Mirror. Even if he had already recognized this treasure, Li Yang still felt a little shocked when he saw it again. This is the supreme sacred artifact, the top treasure in the universe. Li Yang, try to activate this supreme holy weapon, Han Mo urged beside Li Yang. His face was full of interest, to see if Li Yang, an emperor, could lift this supreme holy weapon. Okay, Li Yang nodded. His face was full of expectation. Boom. The aura on his body was emitting fluctuations, and the origin of endless laws was emitting, which turned into huge palms. Many palms grabbed the supreme holy weapon Kunlun realm and wanted to pick it up. Boom. When Li Yang's strength was fully exploded, the entire Kunlun mirror suddenly shook, and the mirror body emitted endless purple light, and began to move slowly. At this time, Li Yang felt extremely exhausted, just like an ordinary person trying to carry a thing weighing hundreds of pounds, and he could only move a little bit with all his strength. After picking up the Kunlun mirror for dozens of seconds, Li Yang still couldn't pick it up completely. Boom. Suddenly, countless palms of laws dissipated, and the entire Kunlun mirror suddenly sank, causing the entire space to shake, and the terrifying power spread wildly around. Failed, Li Yang watched silently. Beside him, Han Mo said with a look of pity, it's so difficult to pick up this supreme holy weapon. If he can't pick it up, Li Yang can't take it away. Although he failed, Li Yang didn't look depressed at this time. It's just a little short. Just now, he had barely picked up the supreme holy weapon Kunlun mirror, but he couldn't really pick it up. It's like the limit of his strength is 1,000 pounds, but an item is just 1,000 and a few pounds, and he can't pick it up completely just because of these few pounds. A little short. Han Mo nodded and said, Li Yang boy, what are you going to do? Of course, improve your strength, Li Yang said calmly. His eyes radiated light. I haven't reached the limit of refining the blood essence of the ancestor dragon yet, and my strength can continue to improve. This place is extremely far away from the star desert. It took Li Yang several years to get here from the Star Desert. And after several years of refining, Li Yang can still refine the blood essence of the ancestor dragon. Start refining now. This time, refine it directly to the limit and try again. In the huge space, Li Yang sat down directly, holding a drop of golden blood in his hand and continued to absorb it. The outside world was frantically looking for Li Yang's traces in the Star Desert at this time. No one would have thought that Li Yang was no longer in the Star Desert at this time, but came to this edge of the universe and practiced quietly. Time flies, and 3 years have passed in the blink of an eye. In the space, Li Yang sat cross-legged silently, holding a drop of blood essence of the ancestor dragon in his hand. Looking carefully, the blood essence of the ancestor dragon was slowly decreasing, and the fluctuations on Li Yang's body were also slowly increasing. Not far from Li Yang, Han Emo was making soul crystals. Occasionally, he looked at Li Yang with a hint of surprise in his eyes. This Li Yang kid is too amazing. He has been refining the blood of the ancestral dragon for 7 years and more than 80 drops, but he hasn't stopped yet. Other emperors, when refining the blood of the ancestral dragon, basically reached their limit after refining more than 10 drops. Li Yang refined 6 or 7 times more than them. And combined with what he had refined before, Li Yang refined more than 10 times more than others. While sighing, Han Emo suddenly noticed Li Yang's situation. It's over. At this time, Li Yang, who was refining the blood of the ancestor dragon, finally stopped. He turned his right hand and collected the blood of the ancestor dragon directly. Swish! Han Mo's figure moved and appeared in front of him in an instant. Li Yang, how is your strength now? Han Mo asked. Have you reached the invincible level of the Emperor? 3 years ago, Li Yang just came here and tried to activate the supreme holy artifact Kunlun Mirror. At that time, Li Yang's strength was 7 or 8 times that of the top Emperor, and there was not much difference from the invincibility of the Emperor. Now that another 3 years have passed, his strength is naturally stronger. Is the Emperor invincible? Let me take a look. Li Yang smiled slightly, and his heart moved. Boom! More than 100 drops of ancestor dragon blood refined in the body quickly condensed, and then formed a blood-colored armor on the surface of his body. This armor exudes amazing fluctuations, which is not less than a top holy artifact. And as the ancestor dragon blood armor condenses, the momentum fluctuations on Li Yang's body also exploded, reaching an amazing level. This level is several times stronger than when Li Yang just broke through to the Emperor. It's like he has reached the limit of the Emperor and can't improve any further. The Emperor is invincible. Without relying on any treasures, Li Yang has already matched the real Emperor's invincible level strongman with his own foundation alone. Thanks to 08A for the 100 reward, thank you. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 792. Li Yang's ancestral dragon blood armor condensed, and the momentum fluctuations on his body also exploded, reaching an astonishing level. This is the invincible level of the Emperor. Without relying on any treasures, Li Yang has already matched the real Emperor's invincible level strongman with his own foundation alone. Really reached, feeling the terrifying fluctuations emanating from Li Yang, Han Mo exclaimed. Li Yang boy, with your current strength, activating the speed type peak holy artifact Jinzhou wings, it is estimated that the speed can cross the threshold of the Emperor and truly reach the level of the Master. The Jinzhou wings, just the basic activation, can easily increase the speed tenfold. The real gap between the invincible Emperor and the Master is within 10 times, and the gap is not big. Taiwan Novel Network Rightward arrow. Therefore, at this time, Li Yang's speed can indeed be regarded as reaching the Master level. Master, Li Yang smiled slightly. The Master who was like God to him at the beginning, now his speed is completely matched. Let's see if we can activate the Kunlun mirror now. Li Yang looked at the huge purple mirror in front of him, and there was no trepidation in his eyes at this time, only confidence. Boom! 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 In the huge space, countless law palms appeared and completely grabbed the supreme holy artifact Kunlun mirror. Get up for me! Li Yang roared. Boom boom! Suddenly, the entire Kunlun mirror began to shake violently, and its huge mirror body was completely grabbed by Li Yang. To pick up a supreme holy artifact, at least the origin of the law must cover every part of this supreme holy artifact. Before, Li Yang was almost there, but the origin of the law could not cover it completely, so he could not shake it. It's like holding something, although it's not heavy, but it's too big, and it's hard to pick it up if you can't find the force point. But at this time, Li Yang finally managed to completely cover the origin of the law. Found the force point of this supreme holy artifact. Completely covering it means that Li Yang has truly gained the strength to initially control this supreme holy weapon. Buzz! On the Kunlun mirror, endless purple dazzling light emanated. After Li Yang's law origin completely covered the Kunlun mirror and picked it up, the Kunlun mirror was constantly approaching Li Yang. As it approached, its size was constantly shrinking. In the end, it turned into a purple ancient mirror that was only a few meters long. The purple ancient mirror emitted waves of strange fluctuations. This fluctuation, if you feel it carefully, is completely the fluctuation of the soul, but this soul fluctuation can affect the void, causing the void to change. With a clench of his right hand, the Kunlun mirror was held in Li Yang's hand. Finally got it, Li Yang was happy. Before, he had activated the core area of the Kunlun mirror, and now, he has completely controlled the entire body. This feeling is like having a wealth of 10 billion. Before, he only inherited 100 million, and now he has completely inherited 10 billion. Buzz! After holding the body of the Kunlun mirror, the core of the Kunlun mirror in his body flew out and directly merged into the body. Boom! After integrating into the core of Kunlun mirror, the fluctuations emitted from the entire Kunlun mirror became stronger. Let's see how powerful it is. Seeing the fusion of the two, Li Yang immediately began to detect the power of Kunlun mirror. The complete Kunlun mirror and the secret patterns of the Kunlun mirror core are the same. If you want to control and exert stronger power, one is to comprehend and master these secret patterns, and the other is to have corresponding strength. In my current situation, I can only force it to exert the most basic power. Li Yang felt it carefully. The more powerful the treasure, the more difficult it is to activate. The secret patterns in the Kunlun mirror look extremely complicated. Li Yang has studied it before, but after a few years, there has been no progress at all. According to his judgment, there is no hope of mastering those secret patterns without tens of thousands of years. In this case, Li Yang can only activate the most basic power. That is, once activated, the soul shock emitted by the Kunlun mirror itself. Hun Mo, I will activate the Kunlun mirror, you feel it, Li Yang said. At this time, Han Mo was also curiously looking at the Kunlun mirror in Li Yang's hand. Hearing Li Yang's words, he couldn't help but roll his eyes. Li Yang, this bastard boy, treated him as a test subject. However, he did not refuse and nodded and said, Li Yang boy, take it easy, don't push it to the maximum at once. Kunlun mirror, this is a soul-type supreme holy artifact, who knows where the limit of the push is. Just like before, in the process of recognizing the master, he couldn't even withstand the fourth wave of 9 waves of soul shock, and his soul was directly shattered, and finally resurrected by the soul crystal. If the strength is strong enough and all the secret patterns in the Kunlun mirror are mastered, then the most powerful soul shock of the Kunlun mirror can definitely be released, and even the 9th wave can be released. He couldn't even withstand the 4th wave, so the 9th wave of soul shock can be imagined. Of course, Li Yang is too weak now, and the secret patterns in the Kunlun mirror are not mastered at all, but no one knows whether the soul shock of the Kunlun mirror that Li Yang forcibly urged has reached the level of the fourth wave. Don't worry, Li Yang nodded and started the experiment. He first activated 1/10 of the power of the Kunlun mirror, and seeing that Han Mo could fully bear it, he continued to increase the power. When it reached 1/3, Han Mo's soul felt very uncomfortable. Then, when it reached 2/3, Han Mo's soul felt a series of stabbing pains. In the end, Li Yang fully activated its power at Han Mo's request. Okay, Li Yang, stop it, Han Mo said hurriedly after a few seconds. How is it? Han Mo, Li Yang asked after stopping the urging. Han Mo looked at the Kunlun mirror in Li Yang's hand, and a trace of fear flashed in his eyes. Just now, under the soul impact of this Kunlun mirror, my soul was greatly suppressed, and my strength was suppressed by about 40%. The strength of the master is also strong and weak, and Han Mo is not the top among the master, but he is also above average. In this way, after Li Yang activated the main body of the Kunlun mirror, his strength was suppressed by 40%. Han Mo continued, according to my estimation, your forced activation of the supreme holy artifact Kunlun mirror will have a huge suppression on any master, and the weakest master's strength should be suppressed by 70% or 80%. But the soul should not be able to kill them. This soul impact is equivalent to the third wave of soul impact in your recognition process. Hearing Han Mo's words, Li Yang nodded, and he had a rough idea in his mind. Suppress 70–80% of the strength. He didn't expect that he could rely on the Kunlun mirror to kill the master directly now. However, with such a great suppression, Li Yang at this time can probably fight with some masters. Matching the speed of the master, the strength of the weakest masters was suppressed by 70–80%, and Li Yang could even defeat those weak masters. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 793. Most of the powerful masters are ordinary in strength. When it comes to real fighting, these most ordinary masters are no longer Li Yang's opponents. As expected of the supreme holy weapon, Li Yang was delighted. Then he did not stop and continued to test the power of the Kunlun mirror. Writing this, I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network rightward arrow. Look at the situation against the Emperor. After trying the effect on the master, Li Yang began to experiment with the Emperor level. Huh? This fluctuation. Li Yang was targeting the Lord just now, but now, he is planning to target the Emperor, so the load on him will undoubtedly be much lighter. Only with the full force of the previous push, the soul impact of the Kunlun mirror's core could instantly kill the Emperor and Invincible. At this time, he pushed it a little, and the soul impact of the Kunlun mirror body reached the level where the core of the Kunlun mirror killed the Emperor and was invincible. And he maintained this level, and the range of the soul impact continued to increase. 10,000 meters, 100,000 meters, 1 million meters, 10 million meters, 100 million meters, 1 billion meters. In the end, this range actually exceeded 10 billion meters, which is 10 million kilometers. This range. Li Yang was obviously shocked at this time. Previously, the core of the Kunlun mirror could kill the invincible Emperor within 10,000 meters. But now, the strength has broken through to the Emperor, and has the invincible strength of the Emperor, completely controlling the entire main body of the Kunlun mirror, and the range has directly increased to 10 million kilometers. In other words, as long as Li Yang is willing, all the invincible emperors within 10 million kilometers around him will be killed. And it's all soul killing. Even if you want to be resurrected. This is still the invincibility of the emperor. If Li Yang wants to kill the peak emperor, this range can be increased. Lower it a little further, and he will only kill the top emperors, and the range will increase dramatically again. Is this the supreme holy instrument of the soul? It's too scary. At this time, hearing what Li Yang said, Han Mo also showed a look of surprise on his face. Li Yang is an invincible emperor. If he activates the Kunlun mirror, it will have such terrifying power. In the future, Li Yang will be stronger. This Kunlun mirror is definitely the most terrifying supreme holy instrument in the universe. The stronger the power, the better. Li Yang was also shocked by the power of Kunlun mirror at this time, but he was more filled with joy. Continuing to explore the main body of the Kunlun mirror, Li Yang suddenly showed a hint of surprise in his eyes. After he reduced the activation of the Kunlun mirror, the supreme holy weapon, the Kunlun mirror's soul impact continued to weakening to the point where it could only kill ordinary emperors with their souls, even at the level of gods, and later even at the world level. As it weakened, the Kunlun mirror's soul impact range continued to expand, and during the expansion process, Li Yang was able to detect the soul impact range. And this entire area is far beyond the scope of Li Yang's soul exploration. Li Yang's soul is at least at the top level of domination at this time, but this area is much larger than his soul exploration range. After discovering this situation, Li Yang became even more happy. I can usually use the main body of the Kunlun mirror as an exploration treasure. Soul detection has a great effect. The soul is stronger and the scope of detection is wider. If you discover others, others cannot discover you, so the initiative is naturally in your hands. At this time, Li Yang relied on the Kunlun mirror, and the detection range far exceeded that of the Lord. In other words, those masters cannot detect Li Yang within the soul range, but Li Yang can see what each master is doing from a long distance away. Just think about how powerful this effect is. With joy in his heart, Li Yang continued to explore, and finally, the general situation of the entire Kunlun mirror's main body was clearly explored by Li Yang. Haha, it is indeed the supreme holy weapon. After carefully figuring it out, Li Yang also had a bright smile on his face. Suppress the master, soul kill a wide range of emperors, powerful soul detection ability. These effects are undoubtedly extremely terrifying. With this supreme holy weapon, any emperor is like an ant in front of me. Even if the master appears, I can fight him. The pinnacle sacred weapon, the golden universe wings, allows me to reach the master level in speed, and the supreme sacred weapon, the Kunlun mirror, suppresses the master's strength. If it were a weaker master, it would not even be my opponent. Even a mid-level master can't do anything to me. In the universe, there are definitely a small number of top-notch masters. In other words, at this time, most of the masters, Li Yang has nothing to fear. I still have 7 clones, and each of them can reach the level of invincibility as an emperor. The World Tree clone can even resurrect me infinitely. With my soul, even the founder of the world cannot kill me with his soul. Boom! Li Yang's body was filled with terrifying fluctuations, and his eyes revealed an extremely frightening light. After breaking through and becoming an emperor, possessing the foundation of invincibility as an emperor, and mastering the Kunlun mirror, the soul-like supreme sacred weapon, Li Yang can truly be said to be fearless in the universe at this time. Even the founder of the world couldn't kill him. Next to Li Yang, Han Mo also sighed. He saw Li Yang for the first time on Earth. Li Yang was extremely weak and had just embarked on the path of cultivation. In the eyes of his master, he was not even an ant. And now, in less than 500 years, Li Yang has grown to what he is today. Even if he fights with Li Yang, he won't have much upper hand. Boy Li Yang, what are you going to do now? Han Mo asked. The fluctuations of his aura subsided, and Li Yang smiled and said, a few years have passed, and those alien warriors are still looking for my traces in the Star Desert. Since these aliens want to kill me so much, I will take the initiative to show up and give them a big gift. Haha, your big gift will probably make the various alien races crazy. Hearing this, Hun Mo obviously heard his plan and left. Under normal circumstances, even if Li Yang kills the strong men of other tribes, those strong men will be resurrected. But the means that Li Yang has now are soul shock and soul killing. After being killed by the soul, there is no way to revive. One death is complete death. The strong who have the means of soul killing are definitely the ones that many strong men dare not provoke the most. The top strong men who have been cultivated with great effort died in Li Yang's hands and could not be resurrected. Those tribes will definitely go crazy. What if they are crazy? After the next battle, will they still have the courage to continue to hunt me down? Li Yang's face was calm. They have been hunting me down for so many years, it's time to get them all back. With his current strength, Li Yang no longer needs to hide. Those alien races are crazy about killing him. This time, he will make all the alien races tremble with fear. Let all the alien races not have the idea of killing him. Little did they know that every master of each of the major tribes had been hunted down when they grew up, but when they really grew up and could no longer be killed, the major alien races would naturally give up. And at this time, once Li Yang completely exploded, his deterrent power would definitely be greater than that of all the masters. Let's go. Thinking in his heart, Li Yang stepped out of this space directly. Thanks to Hissenling for the 500 reward, thanks to 08A for the 100 reward, thank you. End of this chapter. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 794. In the starry desert, at this time, strong men in various areas are constantly flying, their souls are radiating, sweeping through various areas, as if they are looking for something. And looking at these strong men, some emperors below are full of fear on their faces and quickly move away. It's crazy, the 9 peak tribes such as the Demon tribe and the Metal tribe are all looking for the traces of human Li Yang in the starry desert. Just kidding. Human Li Yang has only practiced for more than 400 years, and he has the invincible level of Emperor. This potential is too great. If he is not killed, human Li Yang is estimated to become the master. It will be too late to kill him by then. Yes, after becoming the master, it is almost impossible to be killed. Let's stay away. This is the matter of the top 10 tribes in the universe. Let's not interfere. These emperors and strong men talked, not daring to have any thoughts about Li Yang. What is the strength of the human race? The human race has 2 founding ancestors and a supreme holy weapon. The strength overwhelms the universe. Except for the other 9 peak tribes that also have the ancestor of creation, the other weaker tribes dare not deal with the peerless genius of mankind, at least they dare not deal with it openly. If these weak tribes kill the peerless genius of the human race, they will definitely not be able to bear the wrath of the human race. These strong men left, and they did not know that at this time there was a soul paying attention to the situation here. These alien races are still determined to kill me. At this time, Li Yang stood silently in a place in the star desert. He had come out of the space teleportation array. No one knew about Hun Mo's space teleportation array, and he was not discovered by anyone after he came out. At this time, Li Yang used the supreme holy artifact Kunlun mirror to explore the huge area around. In this area, dozens of emperors appeared. And these emperors could not see Li Yang at all. Just kidding, according to Li Yang's estimation, even the ancestor of creation, the soul exploration range may not exceed him. At this time, the initiative was completely in Li Yang's hands. Li Yang did not want to be discovered by them, and even the master could not find his trace at all. Of course, Li Yang has not found any trace of the master yet. Although there are masters searching for his trace in the star desert, there are too few masters, and the star desert is so huge that it is not easy to meet one. Don't waste time. Since these aliens want to kill me so much, I will give them this opportunity. Li Yang smiled slightly. Whoosh! His figure swept and flew quickly to a place. However, after flying for a while, under the cover of Li Yang's soul, he looked at a place. Huh? A treasure appeared? Or a high-level holy weapon? Li Yang's eyes showed surprise. In the Star Desert, every time a talent ladder appears, a top-level holy weapon will be born within 1,000 years. As for high-level holy weapons, several will also be born. Because of this, it attracts so many strong people. Of course, in 1,000 years, only a few high-level holy weapons will be born, and the probability of encountering this treasure is very low. Li Yang didn't expect that he would encounter it so soon. Although his strength has reached such a level, Li Yang will not look down on even the high-level holy artifacts. Since he has encountered it, he must get it. There is a demon clan strongman near that high-level holy artifact, and he is an acquaintance. Seeing the demon clan strongman, Li Yang's mouth suddenly showed a smile. In the void, a figure was flying at this time. This was a demon clan strongman, and his face looked very familiar. It was Emperor Xiu. Emperor Xiu was killed by Li Yang before, and then resurrected. After being resurrected, he came to the Star Desert again. After all, holy artifacts are constantly appearing in the Star Desert. As an emperor, he was resurrected by the ancestor of the demon clan. It is not that there is no price at all. This needs to be paid. So, he continued to come here to look for treasures. Although there are many treasures in the Star Desert, there are also many strong people. The probability of finding treasures is too small. Emperor Xiu searched carefully. I haven't encountered any holy artifacts in a few years. I wonder if I can get anything in this 1,000 years. Emperor Xiu said silently in his heart. When thinking about it, there was obviously a trace of hatred in the depths of his eyes. It's all the fault of human Li Yang. He is a top emperor. He had 2 medium-level holy artifacts and 2 ordinary holy artifacts on him before. But after being killed by human Li Yang, these 4 holy artifacts were obtained by Li Yang, including all other treasures on his body. He doesn't have a holy artifact on him now, and he still owes it to the tribe. At this time, he is undoubtedly very poor and still owes debts to the tribe. And all this is caused by human Li Yang. Is thinking. Suddenly, Emperor Xiu looked at a place where there was a fluctuation of treasure coming out. A holy artifact appeared. Feeling the fluctuation, Emperor Xiu was happy. His figure was violent and flew towards there quickly. When he came here, Emperor Xiu's eyes suddenly showed a trace of disbelief. This. He looked at the treasure that was born with disbelief in his eyes. It was a golden armor, covered by a layer of strange light, and half of it had already appeared. On the golden armor, terrifying fluctuations were radiating, spreading towards the surroundings. This fluctuation was obviously greater than the fluctuations of many holy artifacts. And Emperor Xiu recognized it at once. High-level holy artifact. Emperor Xiu's eyes were filled with disbelief at first, and then he became extremely excited. Xiu, am so lucky that I encountered a high-level holy weapon. High-level holy weapons are treasures used by the master level. One high-level holy weapon is at least equivalent to more than a dozen medium-level holy weapons. He, Emperor Xiu, only had 2 medium-level holy weapons before, which are not worth mentioning compared to the high-level holy weapons before. Haha, great opportunity. Emperor Xiu was happy. If I get this high-level holy weapon, all my losses can be compensated, and I can also make a lot of money. With joy in his heart, Emperor Xiu even thought, it seems that being killed by human Li Yang is not without benefits. If he hadn't been killed, he shouldn't be looking for treasures in this place at this time, and he wouldn't have encountered this treasure in front of him. High-level holy weapons, in 1,000 years, there are only a few in the entire Star Desert, plus so many strong people are fighting for it, the probability of getting it can be imagined. It depends on the situation. This high-level holy weapon will probably take a few minutes to appear. There are no other strong people around. Just in case, I will cover it up. Emperor Xiao looked at the golden armor and his soul explored the surroundings again. There was no strong person within the range of his soul, which made him even happier. Therefore, Emperor Xiao began to emit fluctuations to cover up the fluctuations of the high-level holy weapon appearing in front of him. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 795. Discover the treasure that has been born and cover up the breath of the birth. This is also a common method used by some powerful people who have discovered treasures. The holy artifacts that appeared in the Star Desert have a process of birth, just like that top holy artifact. During the birth process, the treasure cannot be taken by force. Once it is taken by force, the treasure will disappear. Google searched can. Therefore, every time the only top holy artifact in the Star Desert appears, so many masters will gather. The long birth time is destined to make most of the strong discover that top holy artifact. Concealing the fluctuations of the birth of the golden armor, Emperor Xiao began to wait, and at the same time hoped that no other strong would discover this side. After a few minutes, it only took another 10 seconds for the golden armor to be born, and Emperor Xiao was undoubtedly more excited. Haha, this treasure is mine, Emperor Xiao thought excitedly. Most of the most powerful treasures of the masters are high-level artifacts, and he can get one. After I get it, I can trade it with the tribe. Not only can I pay off the tribe's debt, but I can also exchange it for a full set of top-level medium-level holy weapons. I can also not exchange it. With this high-level holy weapon armor, even the peak emperor will find it difficult to hurt me. When Emperor Xiao was looking forward to it, swish! In the range of his soul, a figure quickly flew over. Not good. Seeing this figure, Emperor Xiao's face changed slightly. He was excited for several minutes, but in the last 10 seconds, someone came. And the high-level holy weapon armor in front of him is about to be born, and he can't leave here. Which emperor is it? Emperor Xiao's eyes sank slightly. He waited for this strong man to come. If the emperor who came is not his opponent, then the high-level holy weapon will still belong to him. A few seconds later, a young man appeared in front of Emperor Xiao. The young man's face was very unfamiliar, and he had no information about this young man in his mind. Who is this strong man? Emperor Xiao said in his heart. The face is unfamiliar, maybe the strength is not that strong. While thinking, Xiao Emperor suddenly felt a soul pressure. The moment he felt this familiar soul pressure, Xiao Emperor's eyes suddenly showed an extremely horrified look. Human Li Yang. Before, he was affected by Li Yang's soul pressure and then killed instantly. The soul pressure in front of him is exactly the same as Li Yang's soul pressure before. Damn human Li Yang, why is it you again? While looking horrified, Xiao Emperor said angrily. Before, he was killed by Li Yang, and all the treasures such as the holy weapon on his body were lost. This time he found a high-level holy weapon, and he met the human Li Yang again. I can't escape. As his face kept changing, Xiao Emperor's eyes also showed a trace of despair. He was killed instantly by Li Yang before when he had a holy weapon, not to mention now. Looking at Xiao Emperor, Li Yang smiled and said, Xiao Emperor of the Demon Clan, we are really destined to meet again so soon. Boom! The terrifying soul pressure emanated, oppressing Emperor Xiao, just like the scene when Li Yang dealt with Emperor Xiao a few years ago. At this time, Emperor Xiao knew that he was going to die, but he had no fear of Li Yang. Anyway, he had died many times, and he could be resurrected after death. Now he had no treasures to lose, so he was naturally not afraid. Human Li Yang, so many strong men are looking for your traces now, and you still dare to show up. Emperor Xiao roared, I'm waiting for the news of your death. But before he finished speaking, the fluctuations of his breath dissipated like a tide. Looking at the body of Emperor Xiao, Li Yang's face was calm. He looked at the golden armor of the high-level holy artifact that was about to be born and waited for several seconds. Then he waved his right hand, and the golden armor came into his hand. Emperor Xiao has sent the information back just now, right? Li Yang said in his heart. Wait for many strong men to come, then start killing. This opportunity is rare, we must seize it. Li Yang's eyes exuded a hint of coldness. Swish. With a fluttering figure, Li Yang quickly flew away. Demon race, virtual world. Swish. 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 At this time, strong men kept appearing, a total of 7, and these 7 were all masters. Shi Yu has fallen, and before he fell, he sent a message saying that he met the human Li Yang, the demon snake master said in a deep voice. There are 7 masters of the demon race, and they are all in the Star Desert at this time, ready to kill the human Li Yang. Finally appeared. Now that we know the approximate location, let's set off immediately. Spread the news to other tribes and approach the place where human Li Yang is. Send the emperors too. They are not the opponents of human Li Yang, but they can find the location of human Li Yang and report immediately. Kill. This time, we must not give human Li Yang any chance to escape. The eyes of the 7 demon clan masters were full of murderous intent. At this time, they had no doubts about the sudden appearance of human Li Yang. As long as he appeared, in their opinion, human Li Yang would die. As for human Li Yang's special appearance to deliberately attract them over, they were not worried at all, because the main force to kill human Li Yang this time was not the emperor, but the master. Li Yang's talent is amazing, and he has even reached the invincible level of the emperor in just a few hundred years. But, can he still deal with the master at this time? Moreover, each of the 9 peak tribes has several masters to deal with Li Yang, adding up to at least 20 masters. In the face of such a big battle, who can escape? Then the news came out, and the major peak tribes such as the Metal tribe also received the news. Have you found a trace of human Li Yang? All personnel in the Star Desert are dispatched. Pay close attention to his traces, and never let him hide again. The many strong men of these peak tribes also suddenly took action, sending all the strong men to fly in the direction of Li Yang. In the territory of the eternal temple of the human race. Buzz. At this time, the consciousness of the eternal ancestor descended on the fire ghost divine beast tribe. After the talent ladder test, Li Yang's fire ghost divine beast clone returned to the fire ghost divine beast tribe. Feeling the arrival of the eternal ancestor's consciousness, the fire ghost beast Li Yang immediately said respectfully, "Teacher Li Yang, you took the initiative to reveal your traces in the starry desert." Looking at Li Yang, the eternal ancestor asked. The news spread among the various alien races, and the human race naturally had many news channels and soon learned the news. "Yes, teacher," Li Yang said respectfully. The eternal ancestor asked, "Don't you know that the 9 peak races such as the demon race have united and sent dozens of masters to kill you?" The eternal ancestor knew about Soul Mo. Li Yang also said before that he left the starry desert through the space teleportation array established by Soul Mo. I didn't expect that he would come back again this time. Thanks to 08A for the 100 reward, thank you. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 796. In the view of the Eternal Ancestor, Li Yang does not need to return to the Star Desert at all, and can return to the human race from other places. However, Li Yang appeared. So, he just asked Li Yang directly why he chose to expose himself. This disciple knows about the siege of the 9 peak groups. Li Yang nodded and said, "But disciple is not worried." The eternal ancestor looked at Li Yang. Li Yang was getting stronger and stronger, and he found that it was becoming more and more difficult for him to understand Li Yang's thoughts. "It seems you have your own plans." The eternal ancestor said, "Teacher won't ask you much, but the teacher only wants to say one thing: don't underestimate any foreign master. If you feel that something is wrong, immediately self-destruct." He knew that Li Yang had a clone, and his strength reached such a level that even if he was surrounded by dozens of powerful masters, Li Yang could self-destruct calmly without worrying about death. There is no doubt that it is just a loss of some treasure. Li Yang has his own plan, and Li Yang, the peak speed holy weapon, should not be placed on the main body. Therefore, even if the eternal ancestor knew the news, he would not worry about anything at all. Li Yang has grown to this point. The Emperor is invincible. Apart from the founder and master of the human race, Li Yang is the strongest. With such strength, it was naturally impossible for him to ask about everything. "I know," teacher. Li Yang nodded. "I, the master of the human race, will rush towards you, but the masters of other peak races will definitely stop you. It's all up to you." The 9 peak ethnic groups have joined forces to deal with Li Yang. No matter how strong the human race is, they cannot cope with it. Li Yang nodded, thought for a moment and said, "Teacher, this disciple wants to know the strength of the many foreign masters in the Star Desert. With Li Yang's current strength, he can definitely defeat a master of average strength. As for the mid-level masters, he can barely match them. As for the top master, he is no match. If he encounters one, he can only choose to escape. The Kunlun mirror suppresses the strength of mid-level and above-average masters like Han Mo by 40%, and the suppression of top-level masters is estimated to be only 10 to 20%. Therefore, Li Yang knows the opponent's strength and can better implement his plan. With the Kunlun mirror's huge detection range and knowing the opponent's strength, all initiative will be in his hands. "Okay, I will send it to you shortly." After hearing what Li Yang said, the eternal ancestor nodded. The eternal ancestor and Li Yang's fire beast clone were talking, and at this time Li Yang's body was constantly moving. Within the scope of his soul, dozens of emperors were clearly approaching rapidly in his direction. As for the master, he is still far away from him at this time. The Kunlun mirror has such a large area to explore. In fact, before taking the initiative to expose his traces, Li Yang had already explored the Star Desert and roughly knew where the foreign masters were. He chose to reveal how long it would take for those foreign masters to arrive, and which places had more foreign emperors. He knew all of these. Just now, he took the initiative to let Emperor Xiao of the Demon Clan discover him, and he did it on purpose. The top strong ones cannot kill the weak, but this time many aliens broke the rules and wanted to kill me. If they are killed by me, I can't be blamed. Li Yang said secretly in his heart. A master who kills emperors at will obviously be resisted by all ethnic groups. Now Li Yang can be regarded as a master, but if those emperors dare to chase him, no one can say anything if they are killed by him. Let's go. Take the initiative to expose the traces, and wait until the alien master arrives, and then start taking action. The soul probed, and then Li Yang flew to a place. And he flew directly into the soul exploration range of an emperor. That's human Li Yang. After the emperor discovered Li Yang, his face suddenly showed joy. "I found traces of Li Yang," he immediately sent the news back. "This time, the 9 peak tribes are besieging Li Yang. As long as you report Li Yang's location information, you will receive a high reward." After reporting the news, the emperor quickly retreated. Human Li Yang has the strength of an emperor. Even the peak emperor will be killed by him instantly. I can't get too close to him. Although the reward is important, they still cherish their lives. Of course, over the long years, most of the emperors have actually died. After their death, these strong men were resurrected and could no longer progress, so they fell into disrepair. If traces of human Li Yang are found this time, there will be generous rewards. Most of the people who come to look for Li Yang are these powerful emperors who have fallen before. They are not worried about death at all. The ancestor of the tribe also promised that if they are killed by Li Yang while tracking Li Yang, the ancestor of the tribe will directly resurrect them without them having to pay anything. Therefore, even if these emperors knew that Li Yang's strength could easily kill them, they still came without fear, took the initiative to find Li Yang, and then reported the news back. Dead, no loss. But if they discover Li Yang's traces and get rewards, they will make a lot of money. At this time, in a special virtual world, the 9 peak ethnic groups such as the Demon Tribe and the Metal Tribe all have the consciousness of dominating and strong people descending into it. All news will be transmitted here, and then quickly spread to the powerful people of the major ethnic groups. Emperor Muhan of the Metal Tribe discovered traces of human Li Yang. Go ahead and order all the emperors from each major ethnic group to approach human Li Yang. If there are more people, human Li Yang will inevitably continue to expose his traces. Our Lord is heading towards that place too. When the news came out, the 9 peak groups immediately took action. On the other side, after Li Yang was deliberately exposed, the number of foreign emperors around him obviously increased. Without relying on the Kunlun mirror, his soul could detect the 5 emperors. And relying on the Kunlun mirror, there are more than 50 emperors in this range. Everyone, get away from me, Li Yang said angrily in the void. His rumbled voice spread over a large area. However, when they heard Li Yang's words, those emperors were not afraid at all. Haha, human Li Yang, you can't protect yourself now, why do you still care about us? Today is the day of your death. The emperors laughed one by one. They have fallen before and have no fear of death. Facing their provocation, Li Yang's face turned pale and he seemed helpless. With such an expression, Li Yang thought secretly in his heart, it is not cost-effective to kill these emperors now. Even if they are killed, they will be resurrected, so there is no loss. It is still a time when many alien races are gathering. It is impossible for him to perform soul killing at this time. If he really does it, if he is discovered by the alien race, the news will spread immediately. Next, it is estimated that all the emperors chasing him will be frightened and flee quickly. End of chapter. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 797. Soul Annihilation, this is the method that all the strong fear the most. Being soul annihilated means real death, and it is impossible to resurrect. Li Yang has mastered the method of soul annihilation, which emperor dares to look for his trace again? Remember the domain name of the site Taiwan Novel Network rightward arrow. It is estimated that all the emperors chasing him will be scared and flee quickly. Therefore, at this time, Li Yang looked ugly under the eyes of many emperors, and did not dare to waste time killing them, and only wanted to escape. Haha, human Li Yang's expression is really ugly. He's about to die, so of course his face is ugly. 100 steps on the talent ladder? The most powerful genius in the entire universe? So what? As long as he dies, he will never be able to become a master. If a master who is proficient in the soul comes, human Li Yang might be killed by the soul. Quick, let's catch up. Human Li Yang is too fast, we will lose his trace in a while. It's okay to lose his trace, he is in this area, maybe he will change direction and run towards us again. At this time, Li Yang's speed was obviously much faster than that of the top emperors, and these top emperors could not keep up with him. At most, they followed for dozens of seconds, and then lost Li Yang's trace again. However, many top emperors still followed. The 9 peak tribes were all besieging Li Yang. Li Yang could not keep moving in one direction. If a strong man appeared in front of him, he would definitely change direction. Therefore, Li Yang might come to them again at any time and let them meet again. In this way, they can report Li Yang's whereabouts again, and the reward will be more generous. Time is passing quickly, and the number of emperors appearing in the range of Li Yang Kunlun mirror continues to increase, 100, 200. Soon, these numbers have reached more than 300. You know, the emperors who dare to come to the Star Desert are extremely powerful, at least they are all top emperors. The human race has nearly 10,000 emperors, and there are only 10 top emperors. The monster race and other tribes are similar. However, the human race has nearly 10,000 emperors, and there are a lot of allied tribes under its command, such as these allied tribes have more than 100,000 emperors. Most of these allied tribes do not have a master, but there are quite a lot of top emperors. For example, in the Human Emperor Alliance space, among the hundreds of thousands of emperors, there are more than 200 top emperors. So, the monster race and other tribes are the same. In addition to the emperors of their own tribe, there are more emperors in their tribe alliance. But even so, the top emperors in the 9 peak tribes would not be many, probably only more than 2,000. At this time, more than 300 have arrived. This number shows how many there are. More than 300 top emperors, in terms of quality, are at least equivalent to 30,000 ordinary emperors. Whoosh! In the void, Li Yang's face was ugly, and his figure continued to move. More than 300 top emperors have arrived, and the rulers of the demon tribe and other tribes are about to arrive according to my calculations, Li Yang said secretly in his heart. With a detection range comparable to that of the ancestor of creation, plus Li Yang's previous detailed planning, everything is under his control at this time. At this time, the alien ruler is indeed about to reach where Li Yang is. I am 3 minutes away from human Li Yang. I am 4 minutes away from where he is. Demon Snake Lord, who you lord, it's up to you. In the special virtual world set up by the 9 peak tribes, the rulers spoke one by one. At this time, 2 masters approached Li Yang. They were the demon snake master of the monster clan and the master Hu Yu of the metal clan. Seeing everyone's gaze, the demon snake master incarnation said in a deep voice, "Don't worry, I will definitely kill the human Li Yang this time." The demon snake master's eyes exuded a cold light, and he was boiling with murderous intent towards Li Yang. From Li Yang's weak state to now, their demon clan has suffered heavy losses at the hands of the human Li Yang. Last time, in front of the talent ladder, Li Yang, a genius who had practiced for only a few hundred years, provoked him and had no awe of him. At that time, he wanted to take action, but the master of the human race was also there, and he had no chance to take action at all. The only way for human Li Yang to escape now is to meet the master of human beings. Looking at the other virtual figures, the demon snake master said, "If Li Yang meets the master of human beings, the plan to kill human Li Yang this time will fail." Demon snake master, don't worry, the masters of human beings are now entangled by us and can't leave at all. They are at least half an hour away from human Li Yang, they won't be able to get along. After the demon snake master finished speaking, other alien masters spoke up. "In this case, everyone will wait for my good news," the demon snake master said, with light flashing in his eyes. "In 3 minutes, it will be the time for human Li Yang to fall. The 9 peak tribes are looking forward to it, and the human masters are obviously very anxious at this time." Boom! 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 At this time, in the virtual world of human beings, the incarnations of masters are condensed one by one. I was entangled by the Metal Clan's Mudun Lord, the Zingan Clan's Jindan Lord, and others. They have domain-binding treasures, so I couldn't get close to Li Yang quickly. I was entangled too. In my current situation, it will take at least an hour to meet up with Li Yang. At this time, there are a total of 9 human rulers in the Star Desert, among whom the Galaxy Ruler, who is a top-level ruler, is also among them. The Galaxy Ruler said in a deep voice, "The top demon ruler Kunlun Emperor is carrying the Blood Dove Ancestors Binding Type Peak Holy Weapon, and I am also entangled and cannot help Li Yang. It will take me half an hour to get to Li Yang." The 9 human rulers were all unable to get away at this time, and their faces were full of anxiety. At the same time as being anxious, they obviously had a hint of dissatisfaction in their hearts. This Li Yang, I've said long ago that his strength is not good, he must go to hone his skills. He was discovered so quickly this time, the 9 peak tribes united, dozens of masters, how could he escape? Li Yang still carried that peak speed holy weapon on him, this time he died. This peak speed holy weapon will also be obtained by the alien race. He lent this peak speed holy weapon to Zinc before, how good it would be for him to practice in peace in the place where the fusion law is inherited, without any danger. Alas, this time he died, even if Li Yang was resurrected, but his peak holy weapon was lost, and he will never be able to make progress in the future. So what if the Emperor is invincible? He can't become a master, after all, he is still a little short. The masters of the human race are obviously dissatisfied with Li Yang. However, no matter how dissatisfied they are, Li Yang is a demon genius of the human race, and they still don't want to see Li Yang die. Thanks to Zero Eta for the 100 rewards, thank you. End of this chapter. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 798. The human masters discussed one by one, anxious and dissatisfied with Li Yang's behavior. At this time, not only the 9 masters of the galaxy, but also other masters of the human race, and even the incarnations of the Eternal Ancestor and the Hunyuan Ancestor were inside. Eternal, your disciple is in danger. Didn't he tell your teacher before he took action? The Hunyuan Ancestor asked. There was a hint of seriousness on his face. Even he felt that Li Yang's situation was very dangerous at this time. Dozens of alien masters, the human masters were entangled, and those alien masters were about to approach Li Yang. Could Li Yang escape? Unless Li Yang exposed his clone. However, after only a few hundred years of cultivation, the Emperor was invincible, and there was a clone. Next, the founders of the 9 peak races were estimated to be restless. The Eternal Ancestor said calmly, Li Yang said he had a way to deal with these alien races. Although he said so, there was also a trace of worry in the depths of the Eternal Ancestor's eyes. The 9 peak tribes sent so many masters to surround and kill Li Yang, and he was also worried that something special would happen. The 9 peak tribes were excited and expectant, the human race was anxious, and Li Yang was still flying slowly. The Demon Snake Master and others were only 3 minutes away from Li Yang, and they were naturally within the range of Li Yang's soul exploration. According to the information provided by the Eternal Ancestor, there is only one top master of the alien race who came to the Star Desert this time. He is now dealing with the Galaxy Master, so the most powerful one who came to deal with me is only a middle-level master. Li Yang said silently in his heart that there are not many masters in the universe, and the number of top masters is even rarer. The human race has only one top master, and the other 9 peak tribes have only a few. This level of masters naturally have a lot of treasures on their bodies. Although there is no peak holy weapon, there are many top holy weapons. There are many strange places in the universe, such as the places that the Hunyuan Ancestor is exploring now, and there may even be supreme holy weapons. Naturally, there are many places with peak holy weapons. For these top masters, the Starry Desert, which only has one top holy artifact, is naturally not very attractive to them. It is impossible for all the top emperors of alien races to come here to compete for a top holy artifact. They don't lack such treasures at all. This time, with the human race's Galaxy Master, there are only 2 top masters who came to the Starry Desert. So, this time I am directly invincible. Li Yang sneered in his heart, wait a moment, there is only one chance to attack. Next time, the alien strongmen will never dare to surround and kill me again, and I will have no chance to kill them. At this time, Li Yang was not in a hurry at all, and kept adjusting the direction, as if avoiding the detection of other emperors. Huh. However, not long after flying, Li Yang suddenly looked at a place. The master did not come, and those emperors followed him one by one, but they did not dare to approach him at all. However, at this time, an emperor flew directly towards him. It was a figure as burly as a mountain, with a body made of metal, with 3 pairs of arms, and the whole person exuded an incomparable bloody aura. The 6-armed emperor of the metal race, Li Yang looked at the life that was as big as a mountain and flew straight towards him, and a series of information suddenly appeared in his mind. In the entire universe, there are very few emperors at the level of invincibility, such as the human race. The most powerful is only the peak emperor. Among the 10 peak races in the universe that have the ancestor of creation, there are also very few emperors who are invincible. There are only 2 in total, and the 6-armed emperor of the metal race is one of them. He has a pair of arms, and the other 4 arms are a powerful high-level holy weapon. For countless years, this high-level holy weapon has been perfectly used by the 6-armed emperor, and it has even become a part of his body. Even the peak emperor has no resistance in front of the 6-armed emperor and will be killed instantly. Very good, here comes an invincible emperor, Li Yang said secretly in his heart. To break through from the emperor to become the master, in addition to fully mastering one fusion law, another method is to master about 1/3 of the 3 fusion laws, and then connect them with each other. The former method is too difficult, so almost all emperors master 3 fusion laws separately. For example, Emperor Wudi has already comprehended the 3 fusion laws to 1/3 of the degree. They may take that step at any time, and may break through with a touch during the battle. In the long years, there have actually been many Emperor Wudi. Except for those who have fallen, the others have broken through to become masters. It can be seen how great the breakthrough potential of this level of strong people is. Therefore, when they knew that Li Yang had the strength of Emperor Wudi, how anxious the 9 peak clans were. It's the Metal Clan Emperor Wudi, the strong 6-armed emperor. Haha, the 6-armed emperor is here, and human Li Yang is definitely not his opponent. Yes, human Li Yang obviously relies on special treasures to have the strength of Emperor Wudi. Look, human Li Yang will be defeated by the 6-armed emperor soon. Seeing the 6-armed emperor coming, the faces of the surrounding emperors showed obvious awe. Although they were excited again, they were looking forward to seeing the 6-armed emperor and human Li Yang fight. Seeing the top genius Li Yang in the universe being defeated, this battle scene is rare. Under the cover of their souls, the 6-armed emperor was a little faster than Li Yang and soon arrived around Li Yang. Human Li Yang. In the void, an extremely cold voice sounded, and the sound rumbled like thunder, and even caused cracks in the void. 6-armed emperor of the Metal Clan. Li Yang also looked at the 6-armed emperor, and the voice rumbled. Haha, human Li Yang, the most powerful genius in history, has the strength of the emperor invincible level after only 400 years of cultivation. The 6-armed emperor laughed and said, I have heard of your name for a long time, and now I finally see it. He looked at Li Yang, although he was laughing, but his eyes were full of murderous intent. As the emperor invincible, I really want to see your strength. He, the 6-armed emperor, practiced for many years to become the emperor invincible, and Li Yang practiced for such a short time, but he reached the emperor invincible level. He really wanted to compete with him in his heart. Oh! See my strength. 6-armed emperor, do you want to die? Hearing the words of the 6-armed emperor, Li Yang said coldly. Seeking death. Hearing this, the 6-armed emperor smiled immediately. His mouth was wide open, and he smiled brightly, but his eyes were extremely cold. Human Li Yang, you killed a peak emperor with just a few treasures, and you said you want to kill me. The 6-armed emperor said coldly, don't you know that I escaped every time the masters of the universe wanted to kill me? End of this chapter. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 799. Emperor Woody, the gap between his strength and that of the Master is not that big, less than 10 times. At this level, it is indeed extremely difficult for the Master of the Universe to kill them. Whoosh! 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 While they were talking, the emperors around them were still approaching Li Yang. They also heard Li Yang's words and couldn't help but sneered. Human Li Yang said he wanted to kill the six-armed emperor. Haha, what a joke, even the Master of the Universe can't kill the six-armed emperor. Where does human Li Yang get the confidence? The six-armed emperor has great potential, and all the major tribes want to get rid of him, but unfortunately he can't be killed. The emperors laughed, and they all looked like they were watching the fun. With the potential of Emperor Woody, there must be many tribes who want to get rid of him, and even the Master of the Universe will take action. Emperors like the six-armed emperor and other invincible emperors have basically been hunted down by the Master. Just because the Master of the Universe can't kill you doesn't mean I can't kill you, Li Yang said coldly. He estimated the time, and watched the number of emperors within the range of Kunlun Mirror continue to increase. At this time, within the range of 10 million kilometers around him, there were 30 emperors. 10 million kilometers is the range where his soul is not under any load and can easily kill the invincible emperor in seconds. Hearing Li Yang's words, the six-armed emperor laughed again, and laughed brilliantly. Arrogant. Haha, human Li Yang, you are really arrogant. The six-armed emperor laughed loudly, but his voice was full of rage. He was a top-level strong man who had been famous for an unknown period of time and shocked countless races in the universe, but was looked down upon by Li Yang, who said to kill him left and right. Did he brag about his reputation as the six-armed emperor? In the void, the six-armed emperor's voice mixed with incomparable rage resounded through the void. Human Li Yang, let me see if your strength is as arrogant as you said. Boom. In an instant, the whole world was shattered. Sizzle. 4 golden lights flashed on the forearms of the six-armed emperor. Each golden light almost reached the invincible level of the emperor, emitting extremely terrifying fluctuations. At this time, the 4 golden lights merged directly. Suddenly, the fluctuations on them were even more terrifying, and the power increased dramatically. Although this power did not reach the level of the Master, it was not much different. Looking at this attack, Li Yang's face was very calm. The time is almost up. If we continue to wait, we can't kill more strong men. Let's start now, Li Yang said secretly in his heart. He looked at the six-armed emperor, and he didn't care what attack he launched at all. He directly activated the supreme holy artifact Kunlun Mirror. Buzz. Suddenly, a soul shock appeared. What a strong soul shock! As soon as he launched the attack, the six-armed emperor felt a soul shock coming. Suddenly, the six-armed emperor's face showed a solemn look. Of course he knew that Li Yang had soul attack methods. It's stronger than I thought, but I have a medium-level soul-type holy weapon to protect my soul. The soul methods of human Li Yang can't have any effect on me, the six-armed emperor was confident. Soul-type treasures are very rare, and he has a medium-level soul-type holy weapon. He has not exposed it yet, and few people know it. At this time, Li Yang activated the soul shock, and saw that the six-armed emperor blocked it, and he was slightly surprised. He actually blocked it? Li Yang sighed in his heart, it's worthy of being a long-known emperor who can't be killed by the Master several times. Li Yang has all kinds of hidden trump cards, don't other masters have them? Of course, that's all. Boom. Li Yang's heart moved, and then the soul shock increased directly. Just kidding, Li Yang activated the Kunlun Mirror, and when he was not under any load, the soul shock could even suppress the powerful master's strength by 40% at the maximum extent. Only an emperor's invincible soul can defend it? When this soul shock came, the six-armed emperor's eyes suddenly showed an extremely horrified look. He actually felt his soul collapsing rapidly. No. The six-armed emperor was full of fear. In just a short moment, his soul was directly shattered by 30%. Of course, he knew the consequences of a broken soul. If he died normally, he would still be resurrected, and at most he would not be able to make any progress. However, if his soul was broken, it would be impossible to revive him, and he would die forever. However, he didn't have time to think about it. As the six-armed emperor's soul was completely broken, the momentum fluctuations on his body dissipated like a tide. The emperor's invincible level strongman, the Metal Clan's six-armed emperor, fell. In a normal battle, you cast a powerful attack, I cast a powerful attack, and then whoever's attack is stronger, then annihilates the opponent's vitality. Unless the strength is crushed, it will take a lot of effort to kill the opponent. And now, there is no fancy fight, no matter what powerful attack the six-armed emperor casts, how to resist. Li Yang just rushed over with the soul, and the six-armed emperor fell directly. This is a terrible soul attack. In the distance, the emperors were still watching the battle here. Look, the battle is about to begin. The six-armed emperor directly used his ultimate move, Golden Light Fusion. Human Li Yang is so arrogant. The six-armed emperor has actually fought against the master. Look, human Li Yang will be crushed by the six-armed emperor soon. The emperors discussed one by one. In their opinion, Li Yang is strong, but still a little worse than the six-armed emperor. And in their eyes, the six-armed emperor just launched an attack, and then the momentum fluctuations on his body disappeared. Seeing this scene, many emperors were stunned. What's going on? The momentum fluctuations on the six-armed emperor disappeared? He fell. What's going on? Many emperors seemed to be unable to believe what they saw. The powerful six-armed emperor, who fought with the master and escaped from the master, fell in less than a second during the battle with the human Li Yang? How is it possible? The six-armed emperor is the emperor invincible, and he was killed by the human Li Yang, in seconds. Can he kill the emperor invincible in seconds? Is this human Li Yang a powerful master? After just a moment of stunnedness, many emperors showed horror in their eyes again. Then they didn't have time to think about it, and turned around in one action. Escape. Just kidding, even the invincible emperor was killed instantly by the human Li Yang. His strength is definitely not as simple as it seems on the surface. It is very likely that he pretended to escape just now. And the moment they just turned around. Buzz. A soul shock came directly, and then the momentum fluctuations of these 30 top emperors disappeared in an instant. Thanks to Shunkaranza 2023 for the 1500 reward, and thank you for 08 for the 100 reward, thank you. End of this chapter. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 800. Each emperor wanted to escape, but Li Yang's soul attack speed surpassed any attack, and he arrived in front of them in a blink of an eye. Buzz. The soul shock came, and the momentum fluctuations of the 30 top emperors within Li Yang's range disappeared in an instant. Huh? There's another one. To be precise, 29 top emperors died at this time, but there was another one who seemed to have just fallen into a coma. Whoosh. Li Yang's figure rioted and approached the emperor directly. Taiwan Novel Network Rightward arrow. The soul shock was released again, and the emperor died immediately. It's really simple. Li Yang showed a smile on his face. Without any load, his soul can kill the invincible emperor within a range of 10 million kilometers. Just now, these 30 emperors were all within a range of 10 million kilometers, so they were naturally killed easily. But there are always some who have trump cards. Just now, the soul shock that could kill the invincible emperor in seconds could not kill the six-armed emperor. Li Yang increased the soul shock and killed the six-armed emperor in seconds. But these 30 emperors were far away and scattered, so Li Yang could not maintain the soul shock that killed the six-armed emperor just now. The range of this soul shock that can suppress the master is not large. Therefore, Li Yang reduced it to a level that can kill the invincible emperor in seconds, with a range of 10 million kilometers. For Li Yang, his soul-killing method is very strong, and the only disadvantage is that the range is not large. However, if the power is so strong and the range is unlimited, then Li Yang estimates that the universe is invincible, which is obviously impossible. Let's see what treasures there are. Li Yang smiled, and the body of the six-armed emperor in the distance disappeared, and the remaining holy artifacts and treasures flew towards him. Not only the six-armed emperor, but also the 30 top emperors fell, and their bodies turned into nothingness, and the remaining treasures also flew towards Li Yang. Then the holy artifacts were taken by Li Yang. 3 high-level holy artifacts. As expected of the invincible six-armed emperor, Li Yang briefly calculated his gains. This six-armed emperor actually has 3 high-level holy artifacts. Even if it is a master, most of them probably only have a full set of 3 high-level holy artifacts. There is also a soul-type medium-level holy artifact. No wonder it resisted my soul attack just now. Soul-type holy artifacts are extremely rare. In terms of value, this soul-type medium-level holy artifact is probably equivalent to several high-level holy artifacts. The other 30 top emperors have a total of 35 medium-level holy artifacts and 97 ordinary holy artifacts. There is also an ordinary soul-type holy artifact. This soul-type holy artifact is exactly what the emperor who was not killed before left. Li Yang looked at the many treasures with a bright smile on his face. Haha, a big harvest. The speed of getting treasures is too fast. At this time, the emperors, and even the masters in the Star Desert were carefully searching for holy artifacts one by one, and Li Yang got more than 100 in a short time. Others have spent their whole lives and worked hard to get the treasures. As long as they are killed, the treasures will all be theirs. This speed of getting treasures is of course fast. With a clench of his right hand, Li Yang put away all the treasures, and his eyes flashed with light. Keep going. There are only 30 top emperors now. Boom. At this time, Li Yang's body was emitting a terrifying aura, and the speed-type peak holy artifact Jin Zhou Wings was fully activated. His speed completely reached the level of domination. He had just exploded with strength, and perhaps an emperor had sent his news back instantly. Knowing that he killed the emperor invincible six-armed emperor in seconds, the many emperors who surrounded him might be scared and fled immediately. After all, Li Yang is a person, and in this situation, he can't kill many people. So, at this time, he didn't hide. He started to kill with all his strength. Whoosh! The speed of the domination level burst out, and the top emperors were nearly 100 times slower than his speed. In just a few seconds, a new alien emperor appeared within a range of 100 million kilometers around Li Yang. Within 10 million kilometers, Li Yang's soul impact can kill the invincible emperor in seconds. This is the limit. However, Li Yang weakened the power of the soul impact to the level that can kill the top emperor in seconds, but the limit range immediately increased, directly increased tenfold, that is, 100 million kilometers. The diameter increased tenfold, which is equivalent to the circular range of Li Yang's soul killing those aliens directly increased 100 times. Kill. After the emperor entered the range of Li Yang's Kunlun mirror, the soul impact was activated instantly. 100 million kilometers, this range is even beyond the detection range of the top emperor, so this top low poly has not seen Li Yang yet, and the whole person's soul is directly shattered, and there is no trace of life. When Li Yang began to kill, the 9 peak tribes such as the demon tribe were in the virtual space. One after another, news continued to appear, and the encirclement of Li Yang was getting smaller and smaller. the demonic snake overlord is about to reach the location of human Li Yang. Human Li Yang is still in the encirclement, and his traces keep appearing. This time, he can't escape. Haha, no matter how talented he is, he will still fall. The faces of the overlords of the top tribes were all smiling. Human Li Yang is about to fall, and this encirclement plan is also a complete success. As he was talking, a overlord suddenly said, "The news came from the Emperor Shuyan of our tribe that the six-armed emperor fought with the human Li Yang." In less than a second, the six-armed emperor fell. At this time, this is the alliance of the 9 peak ethnic groups, and all the latest news will be transmitted here immediately. They also know about the six-armed emperor going to deal with Li Yang. Of course, these strong men don't care. The demon snake master is about to arrive at the location of human Li Yang. It doesn't matter whether the six-armed emperor can kill human Li Yang or not. It's best if you can kill them. If you can't kill them, just wait for the demon master to kill them. There were relaxed conversations and laughter all around, but after hearing the words of this master, the whole space seemed to be quiet, and the eyes of the masters of the major ethnic groups present were shocked. "Lord Moonmark, what did you say? Human Li Yang killed the six-armed emperor. How is it possible? The six-armed emperor is an invincible emperor. He has escaped from the hands of powerful masters many times. Can human Li Yang kill him instantly? Does human Li Yang have the power to dominate? Only the master can truly kill the invincible emperor instantly." After a brief shock, voices quickly sounded in the alliance space. Everyone is staring at the Yuehen Lord. At this time, the same was true for Lord Kunli of the Demon Clan. He stared at Lord Yuehen and said in a deep voice, "Master Yuehen, you said that human Li Yang killed the six-armed emperor in an instant. Is this true? Has the emperor reported by your tribe changed?" Detailed news. Even if they believed that the emperor could not lie, they still couldn't believe it at this time. End of chapter.